and welcome to Wellbeing Café. Thank you so much for joining for today's Yin Yoga practice. In today's class, we'll focus on the psoas, the hips, and the hamstrings. You may want to have a blanket and 1 or 2 blocks, and additionally a strap as well for one of our options, but as always, the props are completely optional. During the practice, there will be a timer in the top corner to show you how much time has passed, and we'll hold the majority of the poses for 3 minutes, though there will be one in there that is held for only 2. This means that whenever you're ready to exit the pose, and you've reached the limit that you'd like, you can skip to the next chapter to move on to the next pose. We'll begin in butterfly pose with soles of the feet together and knees out wide. Allow yourself to get comfortable here, lifting up the hips on a blanket if you'd like, or supporting the knees with blocks. Nice tall spine. The wrists can rest on the knees. Soften the gaze or gently close down the eyes. Settle into your space. Observe the breath entering and leaving the body. We'll begin with 4, 5, 7 breath, where we inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 5, and exhale for a count of 7. Take 1 clearing breath to start. Inhale. And exhale completely. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Full breath in, release the counting. Exhale completely. The eyes can remain closed, or you can gently blink them open. Hands come to support the knees as you bring soles of the feet on the ground. Remove any of the props that you have. And take a moment here to move gently through the body, maybe taking windshield wipers left and right, or going through a few rounds of seated cat-cows. Listen to your body and take any gentle movements that feel good. Two more breaths. And as you're ready, make your way into tabletop position. For our next pose, you may want to have your blocks at the front of the mat and a blanket underneath the knees for support. We'll meet in tabletop position. As you arrive, shift the hips side to side. Take a nice gentle circle with the spine, articulating through every movement, nice and slow. And then switch up the direction. Nice big circle. And we'll meet in a neutral tabletop position. Slowly bring the right foot up to the outside of your right hand. An option to bring one or both blocks under the hands for support. Tuck the left toes under, lift up the back knee, and scoot it backwards until you feel a nice opening in the front side of the right hip. A few options from here. You can either keep the hands on the ground or on your blocks, or you can lift up with one or both hands on the right thigh. Wherever you decide to go, just make sure that you feel a nice level of intensity, but nothing painful. If you do feel any sharp, painful sensations, then please move out of the pose, modify as you need, or come into a different pose entirely. There's nothing that you absolutely have to do in this practice. Just make it your own and make sure that it serves you. I'll start a timer in the top corner here so you can see how long we've been in the pose. And if you would like to come out of the pose earlier, then feel free to move out of it as soon as you're ready. The timer will go for 3 minutes, so please stay here as long as serves you. As you settle into your lizard lunge, bring your awareness to the front side of your left hip and anywhere else where you feel sensation in this pose. Take note of the quality of that sensation. On your next exhale, consciously release the spaces where you feel tension. Remain exactly as you are, or an additional option to target the left quad and psoas even more by bending through the left knee, turning open the chest towards the right and reaching with your hand for the foot. Readjust as you need. See if you can once again find a sense of relaxation through the intensity, sending your breath to any spaces in need of release. Full body breath in, inhale. Exhale, slowly release. Send the hips back into wide half splits. Slowly straighten out the front leg. And find a moment of stillness here. Just noticing what sensations come up. Maybe if there is a tingling sensation in the spaces where you felt intensity before. Maybe the front side of the left hip. Maybe the hamstring on the right side. Just notice what you feel. Remain in stillness or invite gentle movements in. Maybe bending and straightening the front leg, or shifting the hips side to side. Just ensure that any movements that you take are as gentle as possible and require as minimal effort as you can possibly give. Three more breaths wherever you are. As you're ready, rebend the right leg. Tuck the left toes under and lift the left knee off the ground. From here, invite a gentle rock forwards and backwards. And in any way that feels comfortable, bring your left foot to the outside of the left hand for Malasana. It's all right to take a few steps and just support yourself here. Slightly angle the toes outward. Bend through the knees and lower the hips down. Always an option to place a block or other prop beneath the hips. The arms can come into whichever variation you'd like, either coming up to the heart, coming into a prayer position with elbows outside of knees, or you can lower them down to the earth. And if this pose doesn't feel right in your body today, feel free to go into child's pose instead, with the knees out wide and the big toes to touch as you lower the chest down. Both poses will target similar areas, the hips, the lower back. So please take whichever shape feels best in your body. Maybe here you invite ocean breath, an audible and calming breath to calm the nervous system. Begin this breath if you already know how to do so. Otherwise, feel free to follow along with me. Clearing exhale to start. Bring one hand in front of your mouth, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Create the sound like you're fogging up a mirror. Inhale. Audible, open mouth, exhale. Feel your breath on your palm. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. For the next few rounds, seal off the lips instead, but create the same sound in the back of the throat. Inhale. Audible, closed mouth, exhale. Inhale. Audible, ocean-like exhale. Continue with this breath for as long as it serves you. Deep inhale and exhale. Slowly release your hands to the ground or to your blocks. Lift the hips up nice and slow. The heels spiral back so that the feet are parallel to one another. Gentle to generous bend in the knees as you bring the hands to your blocks or to the ground. Forearms can also come down to blocks or the ground if you'd like. Recognizing what sensations you feel in the body. We'll be in this pose for about 2 minutes, so if you do start to feel dizzy, then please come out of the pose. Bring your glutes to the ground and settle into a forward fold instead. Release the weight of the head down. If you feel any restriction, nod the head yes, and then shake it no. Release all tension in the neck. Deep breaths into the hamstrings, the calves, the lower back, and wherever else you feel sensation. Full body breath, inhale, exhale. Return the hands to the ground or to your blocks. And this time, step the right foot all the way back, taking as many steps as you need in between. Angle the left heel slightly in. Then settle the right knee down in whichever space provides the most amount of intensity. Readjust with any props that you need, maybe bringing blocks under the hands or a blanket underneath the knee. And take any variation you'd like here, either keeping hands on the ground or bringing one or both hands to the top of the left thigh. Hands can always come to fists as well, if it helps to release tension in the wrists and shoulders. And of course, you can always deepen to the elbows as well. Remain in your variation of lizard pose, or if you'd like to intensify the sensations in the right psoas and quad muscle, and bend through the right leg. Twist the chest open towards the left and reach for the right foot with the left hand. The strap can be very useful in this posture as well. Inhale deeply. And exhale, slowly release the pose. Send the hips back. And straighten the front leg to any extent that feels good in your body. Take a moment for stillness. Take a moment to observe your body. Notice what sensations come up. Maybe if you feel an echo of lizard lunge in this pose, maybe a tingling in the back of the left leg or the front of the right hip. Remain in stillness or invite gentle movement into the body, listening to what your body needs here. Two more breaths of stillness or movements. As you're ready, slowly rebend the front knee and make your way into tabletop position. For the next few moments, I invite you to take any gentle movements or poses that would feel good in your body before we come into the final resting pose of our practice. If nothing comes to mind, I recommend taking any twist of your choice. This can be from tabletop or on the back, whatever feels good. Make these movements or poses your own. Most importantly, listen to what your body needs. If it's asking for something more fluid, more gentle. If you've chosen a pose that requires two sides, then switch to the second side. Two more breaths wherever you are. And all together, we'll make our way onto our backs. Bring any props that you would like to use for your final resting pose. And as you arrive, hug the knees into the chest. Gently rock side to side, massaging out the back. Deep breath in. And exhale. Send the legs out long. Arms come to the sides. Remain here in Shavasana, or come into any other pose that's calling to you. As you settle in to the pose of your choice, Gently close down the eyes or soften the gaze. Bring your attention to the breath entering and leaving the body. Identify the furthest away sound that you can hear. And now identify the closest sound that you can hear. Release that awareness. Focus your awareness into the soles of your feet and allow this awareness to travel to the ankles, the calves, thighs, glutes, hips, core, chest, collarbones, upper arms, forearms, wrists, palms, fingertips, base of the spine, center of the back, space between the shoulder blades, the shoulders, throat, jaw, ears, space between the eyebrows, and top of the head. Fill your entire body with gentle awareness. Visualize your body exactly as it is in this moment. Release tension from your entire body. For the final moments of our practice, allow your mind and body to rest and just be. Remain here for as long as you'd like, an option to pause the video to continue your stay. Thank you so much for joining, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.